Welcome back to another video. So, I actually ended up dying in the hardcore world. So, right now, it's in spectator since I died. I didn't really want to delete it, but it's just gonna stay in spectator. And we're gonna create a new world. Oh, it's in here. So, we're just gonna start off new and hopefully we get a nice spawn. Hopefully we get something like a plains, or we spawn by a village. Okay, so spawn by a mountain. If we check the biome, oh, we found an ice spikes. I think I could live here. It's a pretty cool biome. I've seen some cool bases that you hollow out an ice spike, or potentially several, and we could hook them up underground, so we could like mine into that and then go underneath to like those ice spikes and just have all of those be different rooms. But we need to go find a tree. Now, villages can spawn in snowy tundra, so hopefully there's a village that ends up being nearby. But hopefully I end up making it farther. I ended up falling into a pool of lava, and that's how I ended up dying, so was kind of disappointing that I lost my world that way, but not really anything I can do about it. Oh. That's a really good start. We don't even need a village. Okay, so if you guys didn't know how this works, is if you have a villager, or zombie villager, and you throw a splash potion of weakness on it, and then give it a golden apple, it will turn into a normal villager. But we need to get a pickaxe, and then we might actually just set up our starter base in here. I want to break that and turn this guy into an armorer. That way, he will always give us discounted prices. So, first we need to get our crafting table set up. And we can just mine into the wall, and there should be some stone. So, I'm pretty sure a stone pickaxe will be able to break that brewing stand. And we already got some free storage. So, you hit that guy. Now, he should eventually just turn into a regular villager. So, in the other Let's Play, I would record my stuff like really far ahead of time. But in this Let's Play, now we've started over, I'm just going to record the day that I'm gonna post the video. So, comments will always be on from now on. So, if you have any suggestions of what I should do in the Let's Play, I will be able to read all those and do whatever you guys want me to. So that's kind of the plan with this, to be able to do whatever you guys suggest that I do. And that guy's just taking a really long time. If you put iron bars around them, they end up going faster, so hopefully that guy can convert back pretty soon. So, this technically counts as a village according to the game, because it has 2 villagers and a bed up there. So, I think this is just going to be our starter base, and might tidy this up, get rid of all the cracked cobblestone and of the chamber, and we later on, really far in the future, we can probably take down this whole wall and put an enchanting room down here. Or we could just do an underground village. That guy's taking a very long time to convert. I don't know how long they are supposed to take for transforming into a normal villager, but hopefully that happens soon. So I did just look up where is the best odds to find some iron, and it says between Y56 and Y-24. So we might want to head down a little bit more. Or I don't know if I'm able to leave that guy or if he will keep transforming. If you put a bed around them, it will speed up the transformation process. Oh. Don't even need to do that. No. Thought one of those guys got out. We actually can leave these in, but we can put a trap door. Or we just have to make sure we have this one shut. Which, it may be night. It is. But eventually with our house, we will just dig into the ice spikes and build a base around there. We can put a watchtower. So, we might want to head down and grab some iron now. There's some copper. And we already have that coal from the chest, which is really good to have. We could build with copper if we end up finding a lot of it, but it's a really expensive block to build with. I should probably see, the reason trapdoors are so good is we can just do stuff like that, and even if they're baby villagers, they are gonna be too tall to get through that, and villagers can't open trapdoors, so they should be secure and not able to escape. There's a big vein of copper. We want to completely block that off. That is a dungeon, and there is a cave spawner, or cave spider spawner, right there, and that would be very bad to deal with, but we can make a farm in the future with that. So if we're looking on the bright side, future spawner farm, and we already got a huge vein of iron. So right now I wanna go ahead and collect all this copper. Yep, already got them piling up there. Which, those things can give you poison, so they are hard to deal with. And they can end you pretty fast on any difficult, really. But with these veins, you kind of just have to follow wherever it goes, because they do end up getting pretty large. Which this may end up being a super vein, which would be a good thing, because I'm pretty sure they generate with granite, so there would be the right conditions for it to be a super vein. I don't know what the actual term for really large veins are, but I'm just not going to focus on that. Which we're getting a pretty good amount. Which we will be able to make an iron pick once we get back up to the surface, so it won't really matter if we wear down and end up breaking this pickaxe. There goes the pickaxe. So once we smelt that, or smelt up our iron, then we can, or we still have to, we'll go back down and mine that, is what I'm trying to say. I didn't grab any of that coal. Okay, 1 second. There's some nice cave noises. Love to hear them. I feel diamond veins feel to be a lot smaller. I don't know if they did decrease the size of them, but coal and copper veins seem to be huge. Which I do like coal and copper, so not really complaining. So all that's really left that I want to do today is I am going to go ahead and try to make a blast furnace, and we're not ending off right now, but I'm off camera, or we can probably get a blast furnace on camera, but I will set up, I'll finish mining up all this copper in the video, I think, unless we end up finding way too much, but I don't think it'll end up being a problem. So once we finish mining up all this copper, we can... That's a hard fall. But once we finish mining that up, we'll probably just end off the episode there, and I'll do some more mining. And I'll just do strip mine. I won't explore any caves, just because the risk of dying. Like in the last Let's Play, I didn't catch the death, so I don't want to do anything risky off camera. But I'm just gonna strip mine, and then we could just go ahead and hopefully, if I just strip mine for a while, I can find some iron. I don't want to bore you guys too much with just constantly mining. But with all this copper, we could probably make something pretty cool. Now, without bees, we won't be able to wax it, so all the copper will start to turn into the different phases. So any builds, I will just plan them as being already oxidized, because it's probably gonna take a while for it to oxidize, but it will. Oh, this is one of the large veins. See, we can just dig around this for a little bit more, and you end up finding lots of copper in these, which lots of copper is good. I don't know how many raw blocks you're able to find. See, with those blocks, you're just able to turn them into material. We got a lot of copper from that. We also ran out of food, which I think there was some apples up at the top. So I will probably just find some seeds and make a wheat farm off camera. I'm not going to do anything crazy, but we will just make our blast. We need to smelt stone actually. And they should lower their prices because they should be grateful that you cured them. That's the major benefit of reviving them or turning them back into villagers from zombie villagers, is they'll be grateful, which they will charge less for the trades. So you can make a profit off of them a lot easier. Which there is a mountain, so we could just mine for emeralds. Oh, we had an apple with us. Not enough to heal up. But I think the guy who was in here will be more grateful, and this guy will be a little less grateful, because even if they didn't get cured themselves, if you cure another citizen in their village, in the game code this counts as a village. But both of them should give me good prices, and I'll smelt all this down. I'll probably have to cut down a few trees and get a bunch of charcoal, but I'll smelt all the copper, and then next episode we can do some work with building things. Now someone should take up that job. So we might want to go see if there's any sheep up here. It's nighttime. Which we're going a little longer than I expected us to, but it's fine. We'll let everything die out here. So we might just actually go explore a little bit. I'm not really seeing anything of interest, but this episode ends up doing pretty well, which this is a lot better start than we got in our last world. So we probably will end up having to find a better source of wood than just running around and collecting it this way with really scattered out trees. Actually, let's go ahead and climb up that mountain. I wanna see how big the biome actually is. I'll go ahead and make a pillar. Here I might be able to get some seeds. Food is the only big problem if we live out here. Okay, that's enough to start a farm. But hopefully there's some really tall ice spikes, because if we get a really tall one, we could do something cool, like we could make a water column up to it, and then we could like put the top part and surround it in copper and put some windows in. Oh, we got a flower biome. We might actually want to move our house into there. Eventually we will. That's really cool, the way that they have that. See, we could probably do this one, and once we get to the nether, we can just have a column that heads up to the top of that. Or, oh, over there, that. Oh yeah, that's a huge pillar. We'll do that one. But I'm just gonna head home, and then we can end off. Sorry. Which we need to be very careful. We could probably explore that sometime. But hopefully that guy took up the job block. And I'll head up to the flower meadow and get some food. See? He's grateful. Now that guy, I need some string because I want to make him, I need to make him a loom. But that's where we're gonna end off today. So, thank you for watching. Goodbye.